dragons. So I actually have to restart this vlog because I deleted half my footage when I was prepping my videos to go to Italy. So I'm gonna start this again and then I'm gonna kind of flash forward and tell you guys my full thoughts. But the Amazing Readathon started yesterday, technically. We got our first prom, we did everything, and my TBR slowly fell down the drain. I misread the prompt, so I had a TBR fully planned and then I couldn't read the book on my TBR. So if you're not following and don't know, there's a thing called the Amazing Readathon. Bree from Four Paws in a Book started it. There's a bunch of co-hosts. It's really, really fun. It's a competitive readathon, loosely inspired by The Amazing Race. She has like a really, really complicated system and it's really, really fun. But the thing is that, like, unlike the magical readathon and my Aurelium TBR, I can plan those books pretty succinctly because the prompts you know in advance. These you don't. So like the only thing I knew going into August was that my books had to be blue for most of my books that I was reading in August. So they were all blue, and then slowly things started happening that was like beyond my control. So I decided that I am going to pick up The Roughest Draft by Emily Webberly and Austin Sigmund Broca. I have really liked all of their like YA books, and this is their first adult book that I'm gonna tackle. It does have blue on the cover. It is from one of the big 5 publishers. It's from Berkeley, which is a Penguin imprint. So I'm gonna go start this, and then I'm gonna flash forward and show you guys my full thoughts. But the first 50 pages, which I have read, I have really, really liked. You basically follow these 2 authors, and they wrote 2 successful books together. At the end of their last book, something happens that sort of forced them to like never want to work together again. But there is still a book left on their contract, and they have to like, you know, do that. They have to like complete the book on their contract, and they're not really happy about it, to be very honest. So I'm about 50 pages in. I will admit, going into this book, I was a little bit led astray. I thought that they had a romantic past. They don't really have a romantic past, at least right now that I'm reading. Again, this book has a lot of like miscommunication tropes, so I think people struggled with this book a lot because of that, but I'm enjoying it. So yeah, it cut off. But that is where the first 50 pages took me. I am liking it. It's a very, very digestible, quick read. I like that we get both characters' point of views, which is definitely my preferred way of reading has like romances. All romances, I like both characters' point of views. But yeah, it's fun. And I think that like out of all of the books that they have written, I really like the Friends to More vibes or the Second Chance vibes. So I think all of their adult books so far are second chances, which I really am liking, and it's just working for me. Again, I would kind of go in thinking that miscommunication is going to be a big part of this book. I know people struggle with that. And I know that like you don't really get any information about what the conflict is, but if you're like an eagle-eyed reader, I think you could probably figure it out. So maybe it's just because I read a lot of mysteries, but I can pretty much tell you what the conflict was. But I'm really enjoying it, so I'm going to give you guys an update when I read to page 100 and then page, 200, and we'll chat then. Bye. Hi friends, I started filming this and then I got distracted because I had to go run some errands with my mom. I had to get a few little things for Italy, charging-wise, because I'm going to be out and about a lot in Italy, so I needed like a charger and I broke mine midway through the school year. But I did wind up getting up to page 200 in The Roughest Draft by Emily Webberly and Austin Sigmund Broca. I'm really liking this book. I think it's very, very fun, and I think people could see it a little bit as emotional cheating. I will say that, but like I hate the person she's with right now. Like I hate her editor. I'm just liking it. Like I think it's a nice balance of present and past stories. And again, there is a big secret kind of being held from the audience, but I think eagle-eyed viewers could probably say what the big secret is. What was the miscommunication trope that happened that kind of broke this writing duo apart? But I think at the heart of this book, it's very much a story about writers and being creative and putting yourself out of there, and the stress of being a creative person, especially for our main character, Katerina. So I'm really, really liking it. I like both point of views. They're really, really solid. I'll give you guys an update when I read to page 250, and I'll talk to you guys then. Bye. Hi, Big Dragons. I'm back. I swear she always sleeps. And then the second she hears my voice, she like has to come and say hi. But I did want to say that I did wind up getting up to the last like 50 pages in The Roughest Draft by Emily Webberly and Austin Sigmund Broca. I'm really liking this book. It's probably going to be like a 4.5-star read for me. The end conflict I think is really, really realistic. Like I think our main character is dealing with a lot of anxiety, and I'm just really, really fond of it. It definitely does have a lot of miscommunication elements, and I do say like your answer to what is the conflict between these characters is not revealed till very, very late. Most people don't like that, but I think as like an eagle-eyed viewer, you could have probably figured it out. It's probably not gonna have like it's probably gonna be like a very like complicated ending or like a very, very quick ending, but I am enjoying it. So I'm gonna go for a bike ride so I can get a little bit more done in my audiobook. I also did the detour for the Amazing Readathon, so I posted my video for that. My goal was my goal is definitely to finish this book today, and then I'm gonna kind of see what I want to read. Do I want to read I don't know, because I don't know when they're gonna drop the next prompt, and like one of my books is really, really long and one of my books could be shorter, so I don't know what I'm in the mood to read either. So I'm gonna go for a bike ride while I have the moment, because I won't be able to bike ride for like 10 days because I'm gonna be in Italy. Sorry I'm talking about that a lot, but that's just like in my head because I have like a lot to do tomorrow and Friday to prep for that. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna go for a bike ride. I'm gonna listen to my book The Duke Gets Even by Joanna Shoup, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey friends, Laura here. I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did want to finishing The Roughest Draft by Emily Weberly and Austin Sigmund Broca. And this was the book that was for the Aurelium Readathon prompt that you have to connect your book to a tarot card you picked. The tarot card I picked had water on it and also like greenery, so I think it worked. I actually really like this book. I thought it was like a really, really fun second chance-ish romance. More like, I'm going to call it second chance because I think at the end it was second chance and there was a moment that kind of made it second chance, but I love this. I think that this book was like a letter to book lovers. I do see that if like you struggle with like miscommunication and people not communicating, this book might be frustrating to you. But I really liked it. I thought it was great. I think I'm going to give this book 5 stars. I've given pretty much every of this author duo. They wrote a lot of YA that I really have loved. I think I'm giving most of all their books 4 or 5 stars. I think I gave one 3 stars. But I just really like the second chance is definitely my jam for tropes. And Friends to Mourn, I think this was a combination of both. It also dealt with a lot of like harder topics, like anxiety with creativity and like not thinking you're best and not thinking you're the best and kind of that stuff, which I don't think it's ever really been seen. So I really like that, especially for Katarina's character. I also like that it was dual point of view. I was very, very fond of it. So yeah, let me go get my bullet journal and see what the next prompt is. I think I have to read a sci-fi. And the sci-fi that I wanted to read, I can't read right now because if I want to try to get bonus points for a different readathon, let me go get my bullet journal and then we'll figure it out. Hey book friends, I'm back. I just wanted to get my planner and see. Okay, so let's just do an assessment. I finished Alchemy class because I read the first book in a series, and that was The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy, so I did that. Illusion O, I read a book with no feet on the floor, which was Over My Dead Body. I read that. Very, very good. Gave it 4 stars. I'm in the middle of doing Illusions, the second level with The Duke Gets Even. I am in the middle of reading that. I'm not that far, but I did start that. Spells O, read a graphic novel or a comic, and I read Spy Family Volume 3, which I did complete. I read all those before the month started, but that's okay. And then I just finished Divination, the first level tarot card, which was Roughest Draft. And now the next book I have to read is a book set in the future. And then I'm also doing an extended prompt for the Amazing Readathon, so it has to be blue, and it also has to be published by like one of the big 5 publishers. So here's where my troubles comes in. Because I would read Stars Hide Your Fire by Jessica Best, but that's Quirk. So I guess I could read, I don't know what to do. I'm like so puzzled like what to do. So I don't know, because I could also read like a romance and just kind of see what the next prompt's gonna be. I don't know what to do. I like could read In Life of Puppets by TJ Kuhn because that would give me a lot of bonus points. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna take a second and kind of like debate it. I'm definitely gonna be sightseeing for this book, but it might turn into the next prompt. But it's also big. It's like 400 pages. So yeah, I'm just kind of chatting through it because I had like a very, very specific TBR And then I just have like a bookseller rack, which someone did like a Libro FM pick, which I guess I could do too. I don't know. So I don't know. So I really only have like one more physical book, two more physical books, but one that didn't even get here yet. So, all right, I'm gonna go see what my team thinks. So, and see if they have a suggestion, because I don't know what to read. All right, I'll be back with my options. Okay, so I realize I might be shooting myself in the foot a tad, but I think I'm gonna pick up In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Kuhn. This is my beautiful Fairy Loot edition. Very, very pretty. And I really loved The House on the Cerulean Sea, and this has a blue cover. It's also LGBTQ+, and it's a pretty big book, so it's like 400 pages. I don't know if this book will work for the next prompt, and I don't know if it would definitely will work for sightseeing because it is a big publishing house, but the prompt might change tomorrow. So I'm going to start this book and hope for the best, and if worse comes to worse, I'll switch it to something else. I do have an e-copy of this book, but it's not like it's a different cover. Like the only reason I could count this is because this cover is very, very blue. So yeah, that is my plan. I am going to start this book. My goal is to read at least 50 pages tonight, to get to chapter 4 and see. I don't even really want to read. I might read I have no idea what this book is about. It's about robots. With a human named Victor and 3 robots. Okay, that's it. That's all I need to know. I remember really liking House on the Cerulean Sea, so I'm gonna give this book a shot, figure out my numbers and all that other stuff, and then I will check in with you guys once unless they drop a prompt tonight, which they may, I don't know, but I'm gonna start this one. I'm gonna take off this beautiful dust jacket because I don't know what dust jacket's on. And yeah, so that is my plan. I'm gonna start this and just hope for the best. That's one of the danger of a readathon, like you're not really in control of anything, and I definitely am not bringing this with me to Italy, so it's probably gonna stay home, and if worse comes to worse, I'll just finish it at some point in the month because this book is physical. So all right, I'll see you guys when I have an update, when I read about 50 pages. So bye. What? Hey friends, I'm back for an update, but it's not a reading update. It is a unboxing. My birthday is August 9th, and I always post my wish list for my friends and family just because we don't all live near each other, but I'm excited to see not only who it's from, but what it is. So let's see. Oh, it's from my friend Sarah. Oh, I'm very excited. I love Sarah. We hang out all the time in the city, so thank you so much. Oh, she got me When in Rome by Sarah Adams. Oh, this is like perfect because it's blue, and I've been hunting for some blue books to take with me, and I might actually take this with me because I'm going to Italy. I don't think it actually takes place in Rome. It takes place like in Rome, Kentucky, but I'm really excited for this one. So this one is one that I'm very excited for. I also got a copy of The Burning Glass by Catherine Purdy. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. I really like Catherine Purdy's other book series. This one's I'm very excited for. And oh, Serpents of the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. And again, 2 solid blue books, which is great. So Serpents of the Wings of Night is a fantasy romance that everyone and their mother has been chatting about. When in Rome is a romance that everyone and their mother has been talking about. Practice makes perfect, and I wanted this one. And Burning Glass by Catherine Purdy is a YA book that I think is like fairy tale-esque. I don't really know. But oh my god, it's so exciting. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the books. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys in like a couple of minutes for like an actual like reading update. But oh my god, that's so sweet. Oh my god. Okay, so I'll be back on your reading update in a little bit. I actually have quite a few. But let the birthday presents begin. Hey friends, I just wanted to give you an update. I haven't updated all day because today just took like a turn that I wasn't expecting. I went to yoga in the morning, and then I went and I got my hair done. I normally get my hair done every Wednesday, but I got it on Thursday, so hopefully it would last a little bit longer in my trip because I'm leaving on Saturday. I'm probably going to have to get my hair done in Italy, which I think will be kind of cool. But I haven't figured that all out yet. But I said, I'm doing the Amazing Readathon, and again, my reading is not really my own at the moment. Like, I don't really have any control of what I'm reading, which is a little bit concerning because I'm going away. So I packed my Kindle with like so many options. I'm picking 5 books to take with me, like physical books, in case something goes horribly awry, which hopefully doesn't, but I have options. And then I picked up In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Kuhn, because this is a Tor book, which Tor is connected to Macmillan, so I can read it for my like for the prompt, but we don't know what the next prompt is, so I doubt I will finish this by sightseeing. Like, I'm just reading it to read it, and then if I have to switch it for something, I will. But I'm loving this book. Like, I love T.J. Kuhn's first book, House on the Cerulean Sea. I just loved it. I thought it was like great. This is just working for me. It has robots, and you follow this main character named Victor, and he lives with his robot father and these 2 little robots he created or helped make in this small, like, almost like Swiss Family Robinson house. And they're kind of there. And then they found this like other robot, and I think that's gonna cause some drama. But oh my god, can we just say that this end papers are pretty? This is my Fairly Loot edition. So this is definitely not leaving this house. I have an e-copy of it. So if I get to the point where like I leave my house on Saturday and I'm still reading this, I will just finish it on the ebook. But I also may have to switch. I'm just waiting for them to drop the prompt because I know it's going to be pretty soon. But I'm really loving this. I'm only like 50 pages in, so I don't really know the conflict, but oh my god, the dynamics between the characters are just so funny. You have this little like, what's Rambo? He's like this little like robot, and he's just like he's like a very angsty person. I feel him to my soul. And then you have Nurse Ratched, who is very bloodthirsty, and then you have Victor, and it's just very cute. Like, I'm really liking it. And if they spill blood, like the other, like spill human blood, the other creatures come, so it's like very interesting. Like, oh my god, I'm very captivated. I literally just want to keep reading, but I've been so busy today. And I've also read 57% of The Duke Gets Even. That's from my Aurelium TBR, my first audiobook that I'm listening to, and I'm liking that book so much. Like, I like this whole series. I'll attach a photo either before or after this clip. This is the 4th book in the Fifth Avenue Rebels series by Joanna Shupe, and this is Nellie's book, and I'm just loving this book. And I think what I'm really liking about it is, like, obviously it's like a Gilded Age novel set in New York. Most of the historicals I read do take place in England, so this is definitely diverse. But Nellie is like such like a kick-ass character. Like, I really like her. And it has so many conversations that I feel like about women's rights and women's reproductive rights that like just are hitting like so well right now, and I'm liking it. You know, the Lockwood is the man that got jilted by every other main character in this story, so like all the female leads, but I'm really liking it. So I am gonna read until page 100. I'm also like doing another challenge for Readathon where every single 25 pages I read I have to submit something. So yeah, that's my plan. I haven't really read, I literally read 55 pages today. That's it. So I really have to like get a move on because I want to at least be like I would love to be 200 pages into this book by today. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but that's my goal. So like, I just have to get moving. But I've been like, I took the puppy for a walk, I went to yoga, I got my hair done, I ran some errands, I packed some stuff for Italy. Like, I didn't pack everything. I had to do laundry, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So yeah, it's just been not like a reading-ish day, but I also have to catch up on a lot of YouTube videos. I put my TV shows on pause. I'll pick them up when I come back. So yeah, I'm also missing my gymnastic competitions this weekend because I'm going to be in Italy and I obviously won't have access to that. I am bringing my iPad, but I doubt I'm going to watch anything on that, so we'll see. But yeah, I am going to give you guys an update when I read to page 100, which we'll see. And then I will probably give you like one more update. And if a prompt drops and I have to drop this book, I'll be very sad, but I'll definitely give you guys an update. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey Big Dragons, it's like almost 1 o'clock. I did wind up doing a bunch of work. I'm leaving tomorrow to go on my trip. So I had to like pack, I had to film a bunch of stuff, I had to do a lot of TikTok, so I did all that. And then I wound up finishing my audiobook, The Duke Gets Even, which I wound up counting for a pretty cover for the Amazing Readathon because it does have a pretty cover. And I'm hoping that I can finish reading this book before I leave tomorrow. I do have the audiobook, so if I get up to page like 300 by tonight, I'm going to count it as having a blue cover because I am reading it on a blue book, but I just don't want to bring this to Italy with me in case it gets ruined. But I am really liking this. I read about 100 pages last night, and it is very, very fun. Like, I'm really enjoying it. The character dynamics give me House on the Cerulean Sea vibes. There's robots. But basically, you follow this main character named Vic, and he kind of got adopted by these robots. His dad is a robot, and he got kind of adopted him. His parents just left him there, and he got like abandoned, but he was taken in by this old robot, and he kind of in his life made two small robots, a little vacuum cleaner named Rambo, and a nurse drone named Nurse Ratchet, and oh my god, they're so freaking funny. They're like hysterical. The lines alone in this book, I just do not want to put it down. And they're scavenging for parts, and he finds another robot, and he decides, Vic, that he's gonna kind of make this robot alive again, and things kind of go from there. We left up on a pretty big cliffhanger, so I'm excited to dive back in. It's like 1 o'clock, much later than I thought. And these aren't really birthday presents, I'll say, but my friends did wind up going to San Diego Comic-Con, and I requested one book in specific because I did not get it at San Diego when I went to like ALA, and they were dropping it. So they got me a copy of Swordcatcher by Cassie Clare. I'm so excited for this book. If this was blue, I would read this in a heartbeat, but it's red. I can probably read this in September. This might be like a September. This is her adult debut, which I'm so excited for. And it comes out in October. I am going to be seeing her at Comic-Con for sure, but I would like to have read it before. And then I'm probably going to send this back to my friend so she can read it if she wants it. And they also sent me a copy of Pride and Prejudice in Pittsburgh by Rachel Lippincott. This comes out in August, but it's a Pride and Prejudice retelling with two girls, and I'm really excited. So these are definitely fun surprises. I knew I was getting this one. I asked them for it, and I did not think they were going to get it, but they did. I also finished The Duke Gets Even by Joanna Shupe. I will attach a photo at some point in this vlog. I loved it. It was great. I love the conversations about reproductive rights for women. I thought that was really, really ingenious. I love seeing all the side characters again. People say that like the first book is horrible and I shouldn't read it. But I have to admit, I'm definitely curious because it is like a second chance romance. It's like a friends to more. I might give it a shot. I don't know, but I might just count the series as read on Goodreads or like on my spreadsheet. But I don't know if I'm going to go back and read the book. I do have the audio for it. It's called The Heiress Hunt. But I loved it. I would love a series following Nellie's extended family because her family is all like in the Irish mob. That would be so cool. But yeah, so it's about one. I am going to go read another 100 pages of this. See how long that takes me. We're getting some construction done on my craft room. My God, it's been it's been so chaotic the past like 2 months. We first did construction upstairs, now we're doing construction on my craft room. So we're doing a bunch of construction. So the puppy's really, really unhappy right now. And I'm also leaving for 10 days, and there's a lot of like stuff happening with my dad, so I want to make sure that everyone's prepped for that. But yeah, my goal is to read at least, I want to get up to page 300 before I go to bed tonight. That is my goal. And if I can do that, I can probably finish this book before I leave tomorrow because I'm not leaving here until 2. There's a pretty big like train issue happening. Like the air train I take to the airport like fell off the tracks or something went wrong. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to go that way. But yeah, so I have to figure that out too. But oh my God, I just have to admire, I don't know if I showed you guys this yet, but oh my God, these end papers are just so pretty. I know the Fairy Loot editions are stunning, and I'm so happy I get both of them every single month. I'm lucky that I can do that. But oh my God, so pretty. All right, I'm going to go read a bit. I haven't read all day. I mean, I listened. And then I also started listening to The Shadow Sister by Lily Mead, but I can't finish that. It's a super short audiobook until I finish this. So I'm going to go make some progress on this. If I do wind up taking the puppy for a walk, I'll probably listen to my podcast with Amy Kaufman. So that is my plans for today, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey friends, I just want to wrap up this reading vlog. I actually came back from Italy and it's like 12 days later. But I did want to say that I did want to finishing In the Life of Puppets when I was traveling, and I really did like it. I gave it 5 stars. I think that this is a book that just was very, very heartwarming, very, very heartfelt. It had a lot of elements that just worked for me. It's very, very found family based. It's also a quest element. There's also elements of both Pinocchio and Frankenstein, which I did really like. I gave it 5 stars. So I just want to wrap up this vlog really, really quickly. I normally film on my vlogging camera, but I just have so many videos I need to film that I decided to do it this way. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This was my first video for the Amazing Race, or the Amazing Readathon. You guys will see various legs, but this was up until the book with the beautiful cover, and then I moved on, and you guys will see a wrap up, and then you guys will see vlogs for the future. So I hope you guys like it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know in the comments if you're participating in the amazing readathon and which team you are. Go Team Blue, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.